Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this series of videos I'm going to be attempting to solve some coding questions on the Java review, and in this particular video we are going to solve this problem, which is HelloArgs. Okay, so and then we are going to solve it in two ways. So basically what we are going to be doing is when the user runs our program, they are going to be passing a value to our program at the terminal. Okay, so that value will be a name of a person. So if that value exists, then we are going to print hello to that name. If no argument has been passed, then we're going to just print hello world. Okay, so according to Gemini, command line arguments are parameters or values passed to an executable program when it is launched from a command line interface or terminal. So in simple word, it is a way to customize the behavior of a program anytime you run it. So enough of that, let's see command line arguments in action. So first we're going to create a file called HelloArgs HelloArgs.java. okay, and then we save. So we're going to create a class, and the name of the class should be same as the name of the file. Okay, and then we can have our main method. Alright, so how can we get these command line arguments? Well, in the case of Java, anytime you run a program and you pass a command line argument to it, let's say the name of the program is HelloArgs, and you, after the HelloArgs, you put a space and you put these bubble there. Well, this bubble here will be existing in this variable here called args. Okay, you can name it anything. You can name it anything you like, you know, but the convention is to have it as two args. That's the convention, so which I'm going to leave. And now first what we can do, since this is an array of strings, we can print out the content of these to see whether we are on the right track. So I'm going to make use of the arrays class. They have a method called toString. Okay, toString, I'm going to print args. So basically it is going to print it loud like a list format. So I'm going to say Java HelloArgs.java. And then this time around I'm just going to run it without passing any command line argument. Oh, so I have to print it, my bad. So I have to print it like that. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, now we can see an empty list. So how about when we pass in this name? We can see it in a list. Okay, so now since we have an idea about arrays, we can sort of index this value and say hello to it. But remember that there is a fallback. In that case, when no argument has been given, then we can just print hello world. So basically what we can do, we can check the length of this array. Okay, if it's greater than 0, then we know that there exists a name. So we can index that name and then print hello to that name. Otherwise, we can print hello world. Okay, so I'm going to delete this line. So first I'm going to check if, okay, if args.length is greater than 0, then there is a name. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to print hello, comma, then concatenate the args of 0. Okay, which is the first element in the array. Okay, so and then I'm going to concatenate an exclamation mark like how it is looking over here, and then otherwise, meaning no name has been passed, then we can print hello world. So first we check if our user pass a name, otherwise we can print hello world. Yes, so let's run it with this name Babukor. Well enough, we've seen what we were expecting. Okay, hello Babukor. So I'm not gonna pass any value to it, and then we've seen hello world. Good. So now, as I promised that we're gonna solve it in two ways, let's see another version of this, which is not technically same as this. They are not going to have a similar result. So the next program, what we're going to be doing is to allow a user to add kind of infinite number of names, and we must say hello to each name. Okay, so first I'm going to copy the content and then create a new file called HelloArgs advanced.java. Okay, so I'm going to pass this and then advance. Great. So first, what we're going to be doing, we check, args.length is greater than 0, which means technically now we have some names, we have a name or some names in our array. So we can just loop over that list or that array and say hello to each name. So what I can do here, I'm going to use our for each loop for when, because it's an array of string and each element is a string name for each name in args. Okay, and in this case I'm just going to call it names this time around. Yeah, just to show you that we can modify this. It's not always has to be that. So we can check what's the length of names. If it's names.length is greater than 0, okay, so for each name in names, what we're gonna be doing is just to say hello to the name, just like that. And then yeah, pretty much we are done. So we can run this as Java HelloArgs advanced. We can pass Lamin, Mariam, Mary, John, and enter. Yes, we see hello Lamin, hello Mariam, hello Mary, hello John. Okay, and if I just run it as HelloArgs advanced Java without passing any name, I should see hello world.